All right, how do we separate objects onto their own layers so that we can kind of have more control over them? Well, so the first step, I have another video, is how to delete any solid color background. So you watch that if you haven't already. First, pause, go do that. Second, now we've got these objects. They're all on this one layer together. I want to get the what is it, watermelons. Oh my gosh. I want to get the watermelons on their own layer and the cups on their own layer. So the freeform select tool, the lasso, makes this a lot easier. I'm going to click up here in the corner, out and away from my object. I'm going to go down. I'm going to drag over. I'm not going to overlap myself. I'm going to go down. Then I'm going to go all the way up. And you'll see that now everything is inside my selection. You don't have to use this selection tool. In fact, I'll use the square. A lot of people use the square selection tool. And I'm going to highlight the first watermelon. I hit Control X. Now I'm going to make a new layer. Control X is like scissors and like cuts. I'm going to make a new layer, and I'm going to name this watermelons so that I know where I'm putting things. So whatever your object is that you're cutting, you can just give it that name. Click there, hit Control V to paste. And now, if I turn this layer on and off, I'm turning off the watermelon layer. So now I'm going to, in fact, I may stick it over here for a second just so it's with my other watermelons. Now I'm going to go down to this layer again. Notice that there's still watermelons there when I turn it on and off. In fact, yeah, that's the biggest issue. I'm going to click the selection tool again, and I'm going to make sure to highlight so that they're all inside my marching ants selection, and hit Control X. Now, if that didn't work, make sure you're on the right layer that you're selecting from. You got to click on the layer itself, kind of where the words are, not the check mark. Check mark's just so you can turn off viewing of it. And then I'm going to go to the watermelon layer, the layer I want to paste to, whatever that object is, and hit Control V to paste. Now, when I turn this layer on and off, I have total control of the watermelons. And in fact, I'm going to hit Enter so I get rid of my marching ants, or Control D to deselect. If I use the blue arrow, you can see I can actually put them on top of the cups, and it doesn't affect anything. I can keep them there, I can move them. Lots of things can happen. You'll see also, if you look at the layer right above me here, the layer menus, you'll see that there's that checkerboard pattern. That means that there's nothing else there. The checkerboard's like the see-through area. So that gives you an idea. There's no white behind that. And if I turn off the white area, you can see that it's just my objects. Now I have control over my objects. It just depends what layer you're on. So this is really important to understand when you're moving things between layers. First, it helps to turn on and off all the layers to see what's there. And then once you figure it, so let's say I want to move this one upside down cup to its own layer, okay? So I'm going to make a new layer. In fact, I'm going to make that layer first. I'm going to just name it upside down cup, okay? And in fact, I'm going to name this other layer cups, okay? And I'm going to go to this upside down cup. I'm going to get my selection tool. I'm going to drag that selection so that all of the object that I want is inside of that selection. Then I'm going to hit Control X. I've just cut it off of that layer. I'm going to go to this layer, and I'm going to hit Control V. Now, the cup is on its own layer. The regular cups are on their own layer, and the watermelons are on their own layer. That is what you are going to attempt to do with your project. Get them all on their own layer. Okay, get to it.